Assalamu alaikum. Hi my dear students, welcome back to our English class. Today we are going to continue the same lesson. What is the lesson name? The natural disaster in India. We have seen so many disasters in India. I hope you all understand the previous classes what I have taught you. Page number 122. I think we have stopped. What is that where? That is the Bengal famine 1943, isn't it? So the Bengal famine is a scarcity of food during the World War II. People were dying due to the due to nothing to eat. Okay, the people had nothing to eat and starved to death. Even after some food became available, many people died because of diseases. So after that, the famine, foods are available for the people a little, but many people died because of the diseases. The Bengal famine 1943 led to approximately 20 to 40 lakh deaths. Okay, so in 1943, how many people were died in this famine? 20 to 40 lakh people were died. This was not the first time when Bengal had faced such a bad situation. In 1770, almost 1 crore people died in Bengal, Bihar, Odisha due to a famine. So what they are telling, this is not the first time that Bengal are facing this problem. Already in 1770, almost 1 crore people were died in Bengal, Bihar, Odisha due to this famine. Famine means what I told you, scarcity of food. There is no water and food for eat. So the next this disaster we are going to see is Latur earthquake. Latur earthquake 1993. In 1993, Latur in Maharashtra was struck by an earthquake measuring 6.2 on the Richter scale, leading to almost 10,000 people were died and 30,000 people were injured. So here in Latur, earthquake is in Maharashtra. How many people were died? 10,000 people died and 30,000 people were injured by this earthquake. It is believed that more than 50 villages were completely destroyed in this earthquake. Okay, so 50 villages were completely destroyed by this disaster. In which earthquake? Latur earthquake in 1993. Next one, Koringa cyclone. Koringa cyclone 1839. This is one of the most powerful cyclone recorded in Indian history. So Koringa cyclone 1839. Okay, 1839. This is one of the most powerful cyclone recorded in Indian history. Koringa was once a busy port city on the coast of Andhra Pradesh. So where it happened? Koringa was a busy port city. It was in Andhra Pradesh. It had already been hit by a destructive cyclone in 1789, which had caused 20,000 deaths. So it had already been hit by a destructive cyclone in 1789. So 1839, this Koringa cyclone was recorded. Already in 1789 also this cyclone, this type of cyclone already hit this area and 20,000 people were died in this Koringa cyclone. Okay, what we are seeing, disaster in India. What are the different types of disaster in India faced during this years? After its recovery, it was struck by a bigger cyclone in 1839, which destroyed the place and caused almost 3 lakh deaths. So here, after its recovery, So in 1789, once big cyclone distracted, what happened? Again in 1839, there is a big distraction has taken place and destroyed the place and caused almost 3 lakh deaths. How many people died? 3 lakhs death. Today, Koringa remains a small village which has never been able to get back to its former shape. What they are telling, after this big disaster, now itself this Koringa village is not get back to its former shape. So this is the one of the another disaster in India. Next one, Kashmir floods. Kashmir floods. When it happened, 2014, continuous torrential rainfall in the Kashmir Valley caused floods that resulted in the deaths of around 500 people. Many others were trapped in their homes for a number of days without food and water. So here again we are going to see the flood. When it happened, 2014. What the name of the flood? Kashmir floods. So here where it has happened in Kashmir Valley caused floods that resulted in the deaths of around 500 people. So how many people died? 500 people. Many others were trapped in their homes for a number of days without food and water. So due to the heavy flood, the people were trapped under the house and they don't have the food and water to eat. Around 2,600 villages in the area were said have been affected, and even some parts of the capital Srinagar were also submerged. Okay, what do you mean by submerged? Underwater. So there are so many houses and villages are submerged, means they are underwater. Okay, that is the meaning for that. So Kashmiri floods also affected so many people. And the next one, ninth one, is Great Famine. Famine means what I told you, scarcity of food and water. The Great Famine, 1876-1878, some natural disaster can last for years. So what they are telling, we are thinking disaster will come and go quickly, but not that. Some disaster will take place for a long years. Okay, an example of this Great Famine of South India, which occurred between 1876 to 1878. So see the duration of years. So it starts from 1876 to 1878. What is the disaster name? The Great Famine. This was another famine that affected the present day states of Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra. Between 50 lakh to 1 crore people reportedly died in this famine, although some sources say that. So this disaster is taken place in the states Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, and then how many people were died? 50 lakh to 1 crore people are reported that they were died in the famine. Although some sources say that up to 3 crore people may have died due to the famine related to droughts and shortages. So what they are telling, some people are telling there are 1 crore people only died, but some people are saying there are 3 crore people are died due to the shortage of food, and droughts means dryness. Okay, dryness, that is. These are so what is the name of the disaster? The Great Famine, 1876-1878. Listen, this lesson is very easy only. We can understand everything. We no need to explain everything. When you are reading, everything is simple. English only they have given. The thing is, you have to remember in your mind, that is which disaster is, what name they have given, and then how many people they were died. Okay, so the last paragraph, there are just a few examples of natural disaster. These are the just few examples of natural disaster that have devastated devastated different places in India. All of this teach us an important lesson we must remember. So we are in India. We should remember the disaster. Okay, we are in India. We should remember the disaster in India. Okay, so these are the important lesson we should remember. Human beings still have reasons to fear nature. So we are all human beings. We have to fear for nature, and hence we must to humble and not be arrogant about technology and scientific advancement. So what they are telling, we find so many technology and scientific advancement have come here, but we should be humble, not be arrogant, because nature is more powerful than this technology and advancement. Okay, we cannot stop the flood. We cannot stop the storm. Can we stop the storm and flood? No. Nature is more powerful than these advantage of technology and scientific advancement. This will enable us to be attentive and vigilant. Vigilant means careful of possible danger and difficulties, and better prepared to face such disasters. So when we are seeing this disaster, we are very careful, and we are preparing to face the disaster. So here this lesson is over. So we here 9 disaster they have given. First disaster is Gujarat earthquake. Second one is the Indian Ocean tsunami. Third one Uttarakhand flash floods. And fourth one Odisha super cyclone. Fifth one the Bengal famine. And sixth one Latur earthquake. Koringa cyclone, Kashmir floods, the Great Famine. So totally 9 disasters they have given. So what is the message from this lesson? We have to be humble, and we have to respect, not respect, we have to be humble to the nature. Okay, don't be arrogant by discovering the technologies. Okay, so after watching the video, take your textbook and read all the disaster by yourself. If you have any doubt in this chapter, means you can ask me. I will clarify your doubts and I will help you. Until then, take care. Assalamu alaikum.